Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. This is your update for Wednesday the 10th. All right, let's go. Well, as far as official setups, let's stick with this ATAI. It did come really close to triggering, so watch for an opening gap reversal. We'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Kind of a flat day in the portfolio, not a whole lot to report. We'll get to that too. There's ATAI, a cent off of the entry. Gosh, I hate when they do this because sometimes you get that gap tomorrow and it comes right back in. So be cognizant of that. If it gaps, it comes right back in. Then put a new entry above the high within reason. If it gaps way up here, then all bets are off. Anyway, so that still looks interesting. There's still some super volatile stocks in here that are catching my eye, but way too volatile to go after, such as this, is it CAI? CAI, and, well, CAI is not too volatile, but the CGTX is in the X4. Obviously, HV pushing 200. CAI looks okay as a first kind of deep retracement type of pullback sort of setup if you're looking for an ancillary setup. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market. First of all, ABCL, a tiny bit of a bounce, better than poke in the eye. I sure would like to see it get back above that 30 and stay there. KGC, outside day, no big whoop. It could use a breather. It's a little extended longer term. KTO's a little bit of a bounce, just kind of hovering around that 30 EMA. And finally, TFPM, like the KGC, coming in just a tad today. Let's take a look at the overall market and then, of course, drill down to a sector or two. First of all, S&P 500 ended it slightly bit higher, obviously. That's enough to keep it right at all-time highs. So as a trend guy, I'm not going to argue with that. NASDAQ Composite, same sort of action happened there too. It did recover after a bit of a dip, so that's certainly a positive development. Rusty 2000 down a little. So far, its little breakout remains intact. You know me, I sure like to accelerate higher and not look back for a while. Biotechnology up a smidge, just off of these multi-month highs. Still has a little overhead supply to deal with. Bitcoin's chopping around a bit. Still looks sort of top. It has some support down here, but avoid it for now until unless you can get above that 30 EMA and ideally beyond. Gold, a little bit of stalling action today after trying to rally. That's okay. It could use a bit of a correction. Ditto for the gold stocks. Pot stocks up a little bit off their best level. So far, they still look okay longer term. Metals overall, a little stalling action there, but they're just off of brand new highs, so not a whole lot to get excited about. Semiconductors haven't improved as of late. They didn't set the world on fire today, but they're just shy of these all-time highs. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It's possible that this base could provide a launching point. Uranium shot higher, but then came back in a little bit by the end of the day, but still closed at new highs nonetheless. So that's leading the way for now. That's one of the new leads, I should say, in the metals. Lithium coming in fairly hard, but it's been on a tear as of late, so due for a little bit of correction. Broker deal, a little bit of a bounce there. Another one of these areas, like the semiconductors, that's kind of basing at high levels, and as long as they can hang around that 30 EMA, I think they're going to be fine and have the potential to blast higher. So for now, continue to focus on the long side. Obviously, you want to wait for entries and, of course, honor your stops. Any questions, you know the routine. Everybody have a fantastic night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.